Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pheebe Ashlei Abraham, and if you're stopping by for the very first time, a very special and warm welcome to you. A little bit of what I do faith-based videos, I do beauty videos, and everything in between. So feel free to check out all my other videos, like, comment, share, and if you want to join the community, well, just click the subscribe button and the notification bell as well. If you are returning, oh hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back once again to see my videos. You guys are so supportive. Ever since I started this channel, you guys have been supporting me from day one, and to all my subscribers, I want to say a big thank you guys. Thank you so much. You guys keep doing what you're doing, keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you've been watching the videos, go ahead, click that subscribe button and make my day. Okay, all right, so let's jump into the video for today. So today's video is actually one of those let's work on our inner beauty kind of videos. I remember doing one about a month ago and you guys really adored that video. I got a lot of positive comments. A lot of people sent me personal messages telling me to do more of such videos. So I am here today with another one, and I'm so privileged to be able to share these things with you. Okay, today's video I'm going to talk about self-worth or self-esteem. Now I know that this is a really dicey topic. I have some notes written down here, so if you see me constantly looking down, it's just because I'm looking at the notes that I have written so that I don't forget to share anything with you. Our self-worth is basically the way that we see of ourselves and the way that we think of ourselves. And I believe that in this society that we're living in today, so many different things, our social media space, our society, our generation, the laws being made, all kinds of things happening in this world is shaping us one way or the other, telling us what our identity should be. And a lot of people, a lot of us have really lost that sense of identity. You know, we struggle to know who we really are and what we really are made for and what our purpose is on this earth. God made you and I. He made you and I for a purpose. He brought us on this earth for a reason. None of us is a mistake. God has intentions for you and I, and that is why we are here on this earth. So we should know who we are and whose we are. Okay, we are children of the living God, and He has separated us for His purpose. So I want to remind you of 5 things that can help us boost our self-worth today. The first thing that we have to remember is to trust God. Okay, a lot of us claim to trust God because we believe in God, but when circumstances and situations come our way, that's when we actually see that okay, yeah, I didn't think I trusted God that much, because we tend to fall, we tend to crumble, we tend to bend, you know, at situations. We have to come back to that place where we are trusting God with everything. We are trusting God with ourselves. We're trusting God with all that we have. There's one scripture in the book of Job that I love so much. It says that, and the Lord is concerned with every detail of my life. God knows everything about you. God knows everything that you're going through. He sees everything. He even cares about the number of hairs on our head. So I'm like, really? So every time I wash my hair and have some breakages, God knows that's hair number 102, that's hair 1010 that has gone down the drain. He knows each and every one of them. And if God concerns Himself with just my hair, that means He will even be more concerned with the major things in my life. One thing I've noticed about trust is that it is not a one-day thing. You don't just say, oh, I'm gonna trust God, and that is it for today. It's a daily thing. You have to keep reminding yourself to trust God, because let me tell you something. Situations are going to test that trust that you think you have for God. Situations and circumstances will test that, and I believe that God allows such situations to come our way, not so that He will see whether we trust Him or not, but so that we will see whether we trust Him enough. Trusting in God brings you so much peace. It is when you know that God has got your back. You know that God is there for you. God will not leave you. God will not forsake you. It's just going to bring you so much peace, and that will in turn boost your self-worth, boost your self-esteem. So this is a beautiful song that you guys know I have a song for everything. So it just helps me to remember to always keep my trust and put my trust in God. And it goes like this. Oh, what peace we often forfeit, and oh, what needless pains we bear. It's all because we do not carry. See, we don't carry everything to God in prayer. And that is the truth, because we keep forgetting that God tells us to cast all our cares upon Him. He wants us to trust Him enough to take upon Himself our cares. And that is the part that we just fail to do. But today, we are remembering to go back and trust the Lord. The second thing I want to talk about in boosting your self-esteem is for you to not compare yourself with others. There's a direct scripture in the Bible that tells us that whoever compares himself with another is not wise. So it's just a waste of time you comparing yourself with somebody. Whenever you compare yourself with someone, you basically lifting your eyes off of your path and putting your eyes on that person's path. Now think about it this way. If you're on the highway, okay, and you're driving in your car, and all of a sudden this really Porsche car or another car just passes by you, and then you take your gaze off of your steering wheel, and then you go looking at that car, and your concentration is on what they're doing in their car, or whatever it is that the looks of the car. What do you think is going to be the outcome? It is that you are definitely going to crash. So that is just how comparing yourself is with, comparing yourself with others is. If you continue to set your gaze upon other people's progresses or whatever it is that God is doing with others, because we Christians, whatever it is that God is doing with others, you are going to lose sight of where you're going, and you might end up crashing. You might end up destroying yourself in the process. And I believe that the devil makes us see those things. He makes us to see people that are actually, for the lack of better words, I'll say higher. They look like they have a better advantage than we do, and that makes us look down on ourselves. Sometimes we feel inferior. We actually feel like maybe God has favored them more than He has favored us, and that's because we fail to recognize what God has put in us. That's what comparison does to you. Focus on the strengths that God has given to you. Focus on the things that God has given to you. Go to God in prayer. Tell Him, Lord, thank you for making me this way. Thank you for the temperament you've given to me. Thank you for my personality. Help me to not want to be like anyone. Help me to be who you have made me to be. The third thing I want to talk about is that accept yourself the way God has made you. Now, remember that God made you fearfully. God made you wonderfully. In order for you to make something fearfully, it means you're careful. In order for you to make something wonderfully, it means that you pay attention to the details of whatever you're doing. Have you ever seen a sculptor at work before? They take their time. They have special tools for everything. They take their time to do what it is they're doing, and they pay attention to all the little details. And that's how come when we look at their work, when you look at a craftsman, when you look at a woodworker, you can see that they paid a lot of attention to what they were doing. And that is what God did with us. God took his time to make you and I. He made no mistakes, regardless of what the world makes us think or feel, because the world makes us feel like we're not enough. It's like no matter what we do, it's not enough. We're supposed to be a certain body type. We're supposed to be of a certain race. We're supposed to be of a certain complexion. We have to be of a certain skin color to feel worthy or to feel part of the majority. Listen, God made you beautiful. You are beautiful just the way you are. Don't let no one tell you anything different. Don't make no one make you feel like you are not beautiful, or you're not good looking, or you're not this enough and you're not that enough. Don't give nobody so much power like that over you. Accept who God has made you. Remember that God made you perfectly. He gave you your temperament for a reason. He gave you your personality for a reason. And if we can only pay attention to what God has given to us, I believe that God can use each and every one of us for his purpose. So the fourth thing I want to talk about when it comes to building your self-worth is to take the focus off of yourself and onto others. What do I mean by that now? Do good things to others. Be a blessing to others. Do not always be the one that is receiving. Be the one that gives. Be a giver. Be someone who gives. Give your time. Give your money. Give your whatever it is that God has laid on your heart to give. Learn to appreciate others. Learn to encourage others. Learn to do something, nice things for others. Learn to even compliment others. Just think about it. You're in the grocery store and someone just walks up to you and say, "Oh, I love your shirt. Oh my goodness, I love that shirt on you." It's just a different way that you feel at that particular point in time. You just feel special all of a sudden. A lot of people are broken on the inside. Sometimes you don't even have to go preach to them. You don't have to go give them a track. You can just say something nice and be genuine about it. I'm not saying just go around saying things that you don't mean, but just if someone is doing something good, go ahead and pat them on the back. Be like, "Oh, I think what you're doing is good. Keep going. Keep doing it." Compliment others. Do something nice. Be nice to others. Just be a blessing to someone else one way, in your own little way. Proverbs 11:25 says, the person that waters others, himself will be watered. And it is so true. Because guess what? When you compliment somebody else, when you encourage someone else, you in turn actually feel encouraged one way or the other. Have you ever been in a situation where you are in a really bad place and someone brings you their problems, but then you take your time and address their problems? You kind of feel good afterwards, okay? You ended up talking to the person and encouraging the person in the midst of your troubles, but you in turn feel you have this sense of fulfillment. You feel refreshed as well as you refresh others. So as you give unto others, you are also refreshing and nourishing your own self. The last thing I want to talk about is practice self-care. Okay, yes, that is very important if you want to boost your self-esteem and your self-worth. Like, let's just be real. You have to take good care of yourself. When you take good care of yourself, you naturally feel good about yourself. When you exercise and shed off that weight, a little bit of that weight at a time, you feel so good. All of a sudden you feel really confident. Be kind to your own self as well, because if you don't take good care of yourself, you're not going to treat others right. There's a saying that hurt people hurt people, so you have to make sure that you're also taking good care of yourself. One thing I have realized is whenever I'm super stressed out, okay, I tend to think negatively a lot. I don't have good thoughts whenever I'm so tired. So I realized that sometimes sleep is just all I need. Just sleep. Just take some time off, get in the bed or on the couch and just take a few snoozes, okay? It actually helps. When I wake up, I'm like, wait a minute, why was I even thinking all those negative thoughts that I was thinking? Yeah, sleep actually helps a lot. So try and find ways to distress. You know, every one of us have our own way of distressing. Treat your body right. You know, this is home while we're here on earth. This is home. This is what we are living in. And sometimes when we abuse this body, it tends back to depress us. I found a quote somewhere. I'm just going to read it to you. I have it on my phone. It says, if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. So if you don't take good care of your body, if you don't take good care of yourself, you're going to end up depressing yourself. And when you depress yourself, you kind of look down on your own self. Like your sense of self-worth and self-esteem just goes down the drain. Some illnesses can be avoided by us just avoiding certain kinds of food, avoiding certain kinds of drinks and stuff like that. Things that we know are harmful to the body, okay? And that will just save us a prayer point, okay? So we sometimes inflict injury on our own self. Someone said we are sometimes our own enemies, and that is true. So all of these things are going to help you with your self-worth. These things can help us all with our self-worth, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I have certainly enjoyed myself talking to you guys, and I'm so happy to be able to be sharing these kind of things with you. Hopefully you're encouraged, you're refreshed, and you're ready to go out there and be all that God has called you to be. Look out for my new videos that are coming up. If there's anything you want to add to what I said, then feel free, go down in the comment section, write your own 2 bits. People do read comments, and trust me, it might probably not be even what I said. It might just be what you wrote down there that someone can be encouraged by. So just do that, and also like this video, share this video with someone, let them also be blessed. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media handles. I have a new Facebook page. I have all the links, everything in the description box and everything. So feel free, connect with me, because every week I post these little quotes, these little inspirational and encouraging quotes, and get your hands on those quotes. They can help you. They can really help you in your walk with God, and by all means, let us all share together. With that said, I just really want to thank you guys for coming around. I'll see you all on my next video.